What's good, YouTubers and YouTube bets? This is JB Sports, back again with another one. It's fight week. Very much looking forward to this matchup. You got in my opinion, the top dog at 140 pounds, WBC lightweight champion. Scratch that, WBC junior welterweight champion. He was a former WBC lightweight champion as he was undisputed at 135 pounds. And he goes by the name of Devin "The Dream" Haney, undefeated. When you talk about the sweet science, when you talk about a pure boxer, technical skills, a guy that has great footwork, athletic, we talking about Devin "The Dream" Haney, man. He's a carbon copy of Floyd Mayweather Jr., same style, taking on Ryan Garcia, who has one loss to the face of boxing, Gervonta Tank Davis, when he in a fight that he had his moments, but ultimately succumbed to the power and technical superiority of Gervonta Tank Davis, who is now known as Abdul Wahid. So I'm just gonna call him Tank. With all that being said, it's gonna be a great matchup. The stylistic matchup for this fight is gonna be off the charts. It's going to be a very interesting fight. It's going to be at an interesting city and an interesting venue. Brooklyn, in the borough, the Barclays Center, which has taken over Madison Square Garden as the mecca of boxing as far as that goes. All the great fights here recently have been taking place at the Barclays, and this is another great fight that's going to be taking place at the Barclays. And the winner of this fight will be the WBC junior welterweight champion. Now let's talk about the challenger, Ryan Garcia. This is his second big chance to prove that he is one of the top fighters in boxing. Again, he lost to Gervonta Tank Davis in a fight that was a collision of two undefeated fighters. Neither had a belt on the line. It was at a catch weight of 136 pounds, and that had a rehydration clause, and a lot of people thought that was to the demise of Ryan Garcia and played a big part of the reason why he lost that fight to Gervonta Tank Davis. Well, there would be no such rehydration clause for this fight. Ryan Garcia will be moving up to a more comfortable weight of 140 pounds, so it shouldn't be no problem with him being dehydrated, with him not being 100% due to the weight. He should be hitting on all cylinders, and he's a guy that's one of the most explosive fighters in boxing, got power in both hands. His money punch is the left hook, but he makes a lot of mistakes. One thing he does that's wrong is when he throws that jab out, man, he kind of falls forward too much when throwing the jab, and it's a very straight jab that you can see coming from a mile away. I think that's going to be a problem fighting Devin Haney. He will capitalize on that. He needs to throw that jab at a more snapping jab. Quit throwing it straight like that and leaning in and falling over almost when you throw that jab. You got to quit doing that. If he does that with Devin Haney will come over the top with a straight right hand, and then he'll probably start really timing it, coming over there with a right hook. So he's gonna have to really tighten that up under the tutelage of Derrick James, who will be working in the corner of Ryan Garcia for a second fight. So let's see how it all plays out. April 20th, this Saturday night. So we will see what happens, and we will see what transpires. Ryan Garcia has the hand speed advantage, and that's what's going to have to pay dividends for Ryan Garcia. He can't fight in spurts, because I think this fight kind of going to go like this. I think he's going to have his moments. I think he's going to be able to land combinations at time, but I think the more consistent fighter is Devin Haney. I think he'll just be the more consistent fighter, and he'll be able to win more rounds. I think this fight going to probably end up maybe like 8 rounds to 4 for Devin Haney by decision. Maybe 7-5, but Ryan Garcia's got to get out of the habit of fighting in spurts, fighting inconsistent, not fighting every minute of every round like Devin "The Dream" Haney does. Devin Haney is a guy that knows how to control distance, got a great jab, got a great 1-2, got a great uppercut, got a great overhand right. Man, he just is a beautiful fighter as far as controlling distance. His defensive prowess is second to none, man. Very hard to hit, so it's going to be a task for Ryan Garcia to catch him with 2 punches in a row. He might be able to catch him with a shot, and if he catches him with that left hook, man, that might be all he needs to catch it with, because he has the best left hook in boxing. You know, just like his promoter back in the day, Oscar De La Hoya. At the time, he was in his prime, he had the best left hook in boxing. Ryan Garcia is a guy that knows how to disguise a left hook. He can make it look like he's going up top and get you to bring up your guard, and then comes down at the last second with a body show, with a body punch. That was how he was able to stop Luke Campbell, who was one of the top fighters at 135 pounds when they fought a few years ago. With all that being said, it's going to be an interesting matchup. Ryan Garcia must establish the right hand, because one thing I do know about this fight, Devin Haney is going to take away his left hook. His best weapon, Devin Haney is going to disarm him of his best attributes, and that is the left hook. You will see Devin Haney circling to his left to take away Ryan Garcia's left. So Ryan Garcia must make him pay for circling to his left and catch him with that right hand. And I think that's what him and his trainer, Derek James, have really been working on and sparring and in training. Working on that right hand, man. He's got to be able to land that right hand. And once he's able to hurt, if he's able to hurt Devin Haney with the right hand, then that'll set up the punch that he knows he can probably knock out Devin Haney, and that is with the left hook. And one thing about Ryan Garcia I like is he does a great job of punching with his opponent. When you're throwing your right hand, which is Devin Haney's best punch, you got to be very, very leery, because Ryan Garcia is just looking to time him. He's looking to time that right hand with the left hook. As soon as you throw your right hand, he's going to come over the top with a real quick, short left hook. And he knows with his speed, he's going to connect before you connect. And once he connects, you put to sleep like he gave you some NyQuil. So that's going to be very, very interesting. And one thing this fight cannot turn out, if you are a Devin Haney fan, this fight cannot turn out the way Jermaine Ortiz and Teofimo Lopez fight turned out. Even though I thought Jermaine Ortiz won, he fought on the back foot too much. He moved around too much. And he was so leery of Teofimo Lopez's power that he didn't want to sit down under his punches. And he was fighting a champion in Teofimo Lopez. That allowed, and also Teofimo Lopez being the A-side, that allowed you to be on the short end and stick on the decision. So that's one thing that Devin Haney's got to be leery of, because unlike Jermaine Ortiz, Ryan Garcia is the A-side. Even though he's the challenger, he is the guy that's getting the bigger percentage of the purse. I think it's either 60-40 or 55-45 in favor of Ryan Garcia. So if he's able to, with his explosiveness, his power, and he's able to get Devin Haney so leery of that he's basically throwing punches to keep Ryan Garcia off of him. Not stepping into any of his punches, not sitting down on his punches, basically just jabbing, and anytime Ryan Garcia tries to throw punches, he's holding on, or he's smothering Ryan Garcia's offense, and he's basically hugging on to Ryan Garcia for dear life. A hug fest type of fight, which would get a lot of boos at Barclays. So we will see what happens, we will see what transpires. But if that's the case, that means that the power and the explosiveness and speed has overwhelmed Devin Haney. Devin Haney cannot allow that to happen. So we will see what happens, and we will see what transpires. This is a very, very interesting fight. You look at the resume of Devin Haney, he has one of the best resumes in boxing. He's defeated Vasily Lomachenko, aka the Matrix, in a very controversial decision win. A lot of people thought he lost that fight. The majority of the crowd thought he lost that fight. Yours truly, I had to fight 6-6. I had Loma up 6-5 going into the 11th round. He kind of gave away that 12th round. He didn't really do anything in that 12th round. He allowed Devin Haney to outwork him and win that 12th round, and that was able to, in my eyes, secure a draw. And in my opinion, if I was one of the judges, that would allow Devin Haney to hold on to his belts. And that's exactly what happened against Vasily Lomachenko. The only difference was he was able to get the decision and hold on to his belts. With all that being said, very, very interesting matchup, man. He's also beat some good guys, man. Regis Prograves. He's beaten JoJo Diaz. Ooh, yeah. He beat, who else he beat? He beat my boy, my boy was he was a good fighter back in the day, man. He the one that really fought Vasily Lomachenko to a good matchup. He was really the first fighter that gave the boxing public a first-hand view of Vasily Lomachenko possibly slowing down, possibly slipping a little bit. I ain't gonna say slowing down, slipping a little bit, not being at that arguably #1 pound-for-pound level when he took on, what's my boy from Argentina? His name escapes me. He just fought a couple of months ago, man, but he is a fossil right now. He shouldn't be fighting anymore. He is a shell of his former self. His name escapes me, but he's from Argentina. And he was able to rock Devin Haney late in that fight. Had Devin Haney doing a stinky leg, but Devin Haney dominated that fight. Outside of that point of the fight, when he got caught and got hurt, he dominated the fight. He was much more aggressive, and that was a good fight for Devin Haney. As he showed that he could be an aggressive fight. He could be a come forward fight. He could sit down on his punches. But it also let everybody know that his chin is not the greatest. And that's what Ryan Garcia will be looking to capitalize on April 20th. So we will see what happens. Man, we will see what transpires. Great matchup as far as stylistically wise. Ryan Garcia has a lot to prove. A lot of people say he's just an internet sensation, an Instagram model and all that type of stuff. So he needs to show everybody he is a true fighter. In my opinion, he is a true fighter, man. I seen what he did to Dunno. I seen what he did to Luke Campbell. I seen what he did to what's my boy from the DR, the Dominican Republic. Man, I don't know why I keep forgetting these guys' names on this video I'm shooting, man. Can't remember these guys. Oh yeah, Javier Fortuna. Did him real dirty. Dominated him. I had never seen Javier Fortuna dominated like Ryan Garcia dominated him. That was right before the Tank Davis fight. And I actually thought the Tank Ryan Garcia fight was a 50-50 fight. I had Tank winning the fight in my prediction video, but I did think Ryan Garcia was a live dog, and that was basically turned out to be not the case, as Gervonta Tank Davis was able to dominate Ryan Garcia outside a few moments in that fight, man. He showed his superiority as far as being just a better overall boxer. He was able to close the show with a knockout stoppage, however you want to call it. Wave the white flag, he quit, whatever you want to call it. He was able to stop Ryan Garcia, I believe, in the 7th round of that mega matchup, which was the biggest fight of 2023, which allowed Gervonta Tank Davis to stake his claim as the face of boxing. A lot of people have been giving me a lot of pushback on making those comments, but I go about what's going on right now. What was the biggest fight in 2023? I don't give out lifetime achievement awards. This ain't what boxing is all about. You know, you want to say Canelo Alvarez is the face of boxing based on what evidence this past year? The big fight he was in was with Jermell Charlo. That did 650,000 pay-per-view buys. Gervonta Tank Davis versus Ryan Garcia did 1.2 million pay-per-view buys. So the current face of boxing is Gervonta Tank Davis, in my humble opinion, based on the numbers. So we will see what happens, and we will see what transpires. Very interesting matchup coming up. Devin Haney is saying he's going to stop Ryan Garcia. So if he's going to stop Ryan Garcia, he's going to have to put himself in the fire. He's going to have to get in the kitchen and don't get burned. If he's going to, because like I said, he's got good hand speed. Don't ain't like Devin Haney is a slow guy. He's got elite hand speed. But I do think that Ryan Garcia's got faster hands. But we're going to find out in this fight. Just like in the Manny Pacquiao Floyd Mayweather fight. I was like, Floyd Mayweather got fast hands, but I do believe that Manny Pacquiao got the faster hands. It turned out to be not a factor in the fight, as Floyd Mayweather was able to control Manny Pacquiao with the jab, and Floyd Mayweather was able to tame him with the straight right hand and basically take away Pacquiao's aggressiveness, take away Pacquiao's straight left hand, and he won a very easy decision to the surprise of many. But yours truly saw that coming from a mile away, man, based on what I saw out of both fighters up to that point. So we will see what happens, and we will see what transpires. Follow me on Facebook, JB Sports. Follow me on Twitch at BriscoeJai77071. Follow me on TikTok at JB Sports New Media. Like, share, and subscribe to JB Sports. The man, the myth, the legend. And I holla.